Raised. Starter lets them go at the 2-5. The McInerney Beginners Chase. 15 fences to jump, and it's the short prize favourite James de Berlais who strides on in front of Ballykeil and Capilano Bridge. Break of over 3 lengths to the second half of the field. Oscar West, Cartwright, and Junior Rattler. Heading for fence number 2. On the approach to the straight, it's James de Berlais and Daryl Jacob in front of Ballykeil and Jack Kennedy. Capilano Bridge met the fence in third. Charlie O'Dwyer. Ballykeil ridden away from that second fence. Oscar West is fourth for Sam Ewing, and then Cartwright and Dylan Maxwell with the back marker of an already nicely spaced out field was Junior Rattler and Philip Enright. Turning in for fences 3 and 4, and it's James de Berlais returning from a long layoff. He's over the third, nicely in front of Ballykeil, with the white face in third is Capilano Bridge, and then Oscar West, Cartwright, and Junior Rattler, all standing, coming to fence number 4 and the last one next time, and the McInerney Beginners Chase. James de Berlais, the leader from Ballykeil, then Capilano Bridge, who's followed by Oscar West, with the final couple, Cartwright and Junior Rattler. James de Berlais safely out over the fourth. Leads with the circuit to go, Ballykeil, as these two in front break away from the third running Capilano Bridge, and then Oscar West. Cartwright has moved right away from Junior Rattler, who's last of the sextet, with the circuit and 11 more fences in front of them. James de Berlais, the leader, by a widening 4 to 5 lengths over Ballykeil, 6-7 in front of a clear running Capilano Bridge in third, and then Oscar West and Cartwright, those two racing together out in front of Junior Rattler. Fence number 5 coming up. First of 3 along the side of the track. James de Berlais followed by Ballykeil, Capilano Bridge, Oscar West, Cartwright, and Junior Rattler. No changes in the order of running at their first ditch, the first of 2 ditches. James de Berlais out in front of Ballykeil, gone well clear of in third place Capilano Bridge, and then Oscar West, Cartwright, and Junior Rattler. The third and last one in this row coming up, James de Berlais into it, pops it clear from Ballykeil, and then Capilano Bridge, Cartwright on the outside of Oscar West, with 6th of the 6, Junior Rattler. Reaching the halfway stage, 8 more fences left to jump, and further spaced out now, as the odds-on favourite James de Berlais meets the fence at the top of the track, leading by 5 to 6 over Ballykeil. Back in third is Capilano Bridge, some way clear of Cartwright, who shifted away from Oscar West, and Junior Rattler. Now to the next 2 fences on the far side, with just over a mile to go. James de Berlais over that one well from Ballykeil, and then Capilano Bridge heading for the last ditch. Fence 6 from the finish. James de Berlais, Ballykeil, Capilano Bridge as they turn at the 7 furlong point. 5 more fences left to jump. In race 6, the McInerney Beginners Chase, and it's James de Berlais. Held tightly together by Daryl Jacob. Leads by 8 to 10 lengths with 5 to jump from Ballykeil and Jack Kennedy and Capilano Bridge and Charlie O'Dwyer. Now to the 5th last fence, 3 more to take them back in the final time. James de Berlais, another proficient jump. Ballykeil over in second, and third is Capilano Bridge. Long way cleared of Cartwright. 5 furlongs to race and 4 fences left to jump. And it's James de Berlais breaking further away from Ballykeil and Capilano Bridge. Ballykeil about to be pressed for that second spot by Capilano Bridge. James de Berlais, first semblance of a mistake, but was clever on landing. Ballykeil second, then Capilano Bridge, Cartwright, Junior Rattler. Oscar West has been pulled up. Fence on the home turn. James de Berlais safely over another from Ballykeil and Capilano Bridge, who appear to be in their private battle for second and third, as James de Berlais turns in for the final two fences. Out in front of Capilano Bridge, who's winning the battle for second ahead of Ballykeele, so turning in with two fences left to jump. And it's James de Berlais and Daryl Jacob out in front of Capilano Bridge and Charlie O'Dwyer. James de Berlais safely over 2 out. Ballykeele is a remote third, landing steeply in second, Capilano Bridge. But on the run to the final fence in the McInerney Beginners Chase, there's a disparity in firepower between the sides as James de Berlais comes down towards the last. Out in front of Capilano Bridge and Ballykeele, and with one fence left to jump, it is James de Berlais, the long odds-on favourite. The mount of Daryl Jacob, safely over the last, is going to deliver the goods first time over fences, making all for Willie Mullins, ridden by Daryl Jacob. James de Berlais gets the job done, and the McInerney Beginners Chase, with Capilano Bridge second, Ballykeele will be third.
In with James de Berlais winning rider. It's been a good week for the man with me now, Daryl Jacob, second winner of the week, grade 1 on Blue Lord. This is very straightforward.
Very straightforward. You know, he's a great jumper, but I haven't ridden a Willie Mullins horse that fresh for a long time. You know, he's been off the track for a long time, you know, and he was very fresh underneath me all the way. You know, when he's seen his fences, he's a very good jumper, but he gets 5 strides from the fences and he's like, let me at him, you know, and he takes him on, and a couple of them that he's got in deep. I'm sort of trying to educate the horse that are going around there as well. So there's a little bit of both in there, but you know, on the whole, he's a very good jumper. You know, he's a good horse. You know, we've seen he was second to Classical Dream in the stairs at Punchestown. I rode him in the champion, but look, it's lovely to have him back, mind.
Definitely, and of course you often see, you ride plenty of them that have been off for such a long time, 612 days that have been fresh and gas. You often find it in a horse having his first run of the season too. You just be a bit fresh and a bit keen, can't they?
Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly what he was for the first mile and a half of that race. He was like you say, he was excited to be back on the track, and you know, he took a fair grip, and you know, like you say, and he's gone down there and he's winged his fences as well. So you're landing momentum, you're landing running as well, and you're trying to get him back in the hocks as much as you can. But it was a straightforward task from today. I'm delighted he's come out and done that, put in a nice round of jumping, you know, and he's picked him up. He's had a nice blow going down to the last, but like when I say, give him a little squeeze, and he's winged the last, and he's gone away nicely.
Fingers crossed he'll stay in one piece now. Obviously he's had his issues along the way, but he could be a very exciting recruit to the chasing ranks.
Look, he could be really exciting, you know, over 3 miles, 2.5, 3 miles. He's got plenty of pace, so, you know, I'll let obviously Willie, you know, Paul Townsend, David, Simon and Isaac decide what route they want to go out with him. But look, it's just lovely to have the horse back today.
Subscribe to Racing TV's YouTube channel now to watch more great races like this.